Hello dear masters, this is Dean the Dorky Inkling and today I'm going to be teaching you the English alphabet. Now let's go over the 26 letters. Yes, 26. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, or Z, depending on where you live. Now, here you can see that the English language uses a variation of the Roman script first created for the Latin alphabet. But it's important to know that the English alphabet is not exactly the same as the Latin alphabet. English has some sounds that don't exist in Latin. Okay, but let's go over the letters, shall we? A is for the R sound, or it could be air, it could be or, depending on where it's placed, or even a dialect. Now, when different sounds are applied to the same glyph here, we call them allophones. Could also mean A if lengthened. B is for the B sound, B. C is for the cut sound, usually, but can manifest as a cert sound before front vowels like E and I. D is the dirt sound, D. E is for the air sound, or air, or E if lengthened. F is for the F sound, F. G is for the gut sound, G. Well, usually can manifest as J before front vowels E and I, though not always. H is for the H sound, H, though it can also manifest as H if before front vowels. I is for the E sound, or I if lengthened. J is for the J sound, J. K is for the cut sound, K. Kind of like C, but K always makes a cut sound. L is the L sound. Well, this is the obligate lateral consonant here, L. Well, it makes a L sound at the fronts of syllables, but a L sound if at the ends of syllables. M is done by M. M makes the M sound. N is for the nut sound. N. O is for the O sound. It could be O, could be oo if lengthened. P is for the P sound, P. Q is always coupled with U, and when it does, it makes the Q sound, Q. R is the obligatory rotate consonant. It makes the R sound, R, though it can also manifest as R, 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 or even R, depending on your dialect. S is for the S sound, S. T is for the T sound, T, though it could also mean a Th, R sound, well, if in the middles of certain words. U is for the U sound, U, or even V is for the V sound, V. W is for the W sound, W. X is for the X sound, X, an affricate, which is a plosive and a fricative combined into one. Y is for the Y sound, Y. And Z is for the Z sound, Z. Now, English has many other sounds like those, and these can be represented by clumping two glyphs together. We call them digraphs. And here we can see that H has some special properties. Let's take a few examples, shall we? If we SH makes the sh sound. Sh. S. Sh. CH makes the ch sound. Ch. K or s. Ch. Okay? TH makes the th sound. Th. T. Th. Okay? Or the. And one more diagraph I'd like to... two more diagraphs, actually. NG, well, that's not ng, it's la. La, okay? La. And this is what QU looks like, if anyone's wondering. Now, in older forms of English, like in the Middle Ages, now, there were also some other letters which are no longer in use. Take this one, for example. That is ash. It makes the ass sound all the time. Okay? Another letter is thorn and ev. They both mean the th sound, but one of them is for the fronts of syllables of words and the other is for the backs of syllables of words. But they were abolished as soon as the printing press was invented because they were invented in a place where these sounds don't exist. So, yeah. Finally, the word sound was accounted for by win. That was because in those days, if those sounds like F, S, and thorn were used in between vowels, instead of a th, s, or th, they made a v, z, or the. No, so they had no incentive to use a V, and when some of these older letters came from older alphabets, particularly the runic scripts used by older German groups as soon as they invaded England. Now, this isn't the only form that the Latin script would take. As time goes on, it gets rid of letters, but it can also add some. For example, the original Latin didn't have a J, it didn't have a U, it didn't have W. So what happened was that not only was I supposed to carry the E sound, it would also carry the Y sound, and J was invented for the Y sound before it became used for the J sound, and so Y had to be carried by Y. And V was used for the U sound and the W sound, because V didn't exist in the original Latin, but English had both a V, an U, and a W. So what they did was just not only make a curved V for the vowel and the pointy V for the V, but they also put two V's together for the W. Okay? Okay. And it's important to note that some other languages have different glyphs in their alphabets, scripts. Like German, for example, uses something called an S set, which always makes a S sound because that usually means a Z or a sh sound. Spanish or Castilian has an N with a squiggly line on top for the ñ sound. Ñ. Okay? And then there are those languages whose alphabets and there's weird little points at the top there. These are called digraphs and can be important phonological markers. Like this is a more open E, this is a more closed E. Like in French, because the default E is just a schwa. The schwa is an unstressed vowel that you can barely hear, but yeah, you can hear it, but it sounds like not much. Other times the digraph can be used to add stress to a certain vowel. And some languages have glyphs with 2 dots on the top. This is to show in Dutch, for example, that they're supposed to be pronounced differently or separately. Wait. Again, some like German use those 2 dots to show that it's a different sound altogether. Like, for example, a normal A would be an R sound, but this would be the air sound. A normal O would make it the OR sound, but this would make the sound. And U normally would make an OO sound, but here it makes an E sound. And yeah, that's all I got here. I will talk to you another time. This is Dean, the Dorky Inkling, signing out.